This second vlog is about the documentary called Nike Sweatshops Behind the Swoosh, and it is a global issue because it affects a large amount of people all over southwestern Asia, southern Asia, specifically in Indonesia for the sake of this video because this is where the documentary took place. It is a social, environmental, economic, and political focus because not only is it not getting the right attention, but many people, which is the social part, are forced to live in horrible living conditions, which is the environmental part, and they have absolutely nothing. They live horribly, and this documentary was made by a man named Jim Keedy, who was a coach and graduate at St. John's University in 1997. And I chose this blog or this documentary to blog about because the idea of the sweatshop is very appalling to me, and I think that this should be put to rest because it is estimated that there are over 168 million children or ages 5 to 14 who are forced to work, and no one's doing anything about it. There is no single definition of what a sweatshop is, but it can be described as a workplace where workers are subject to extreme exploitation, including the abuse of living wage or benefits, poor working conditions, and arbitrary discipline such as verbal and physical abuse. This documentary was published, it was published by a man, as previously mentioned, named Jim Keedy, who was in 2000, who was a head soccer coach at St. John's University in 1997, and he was also a graduate. The purpose for this documentary was that he illustrates how poor the working conditions are and how unfair the wages are for the workers, the unreasonable hours, child labor, and the lack of benefits for the workers. The value of this documentary is it also highlights how the workers are abused by the factory bosses and shows how horrible their living conditions are. It shows how common verbal, physical, and sexual abuse is, and how regular injuries occur. And a major limitation of this is that the documentary was made about 15 years ago.